Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christina. I am 36 years old. I am an all-cash budgeter from the state of Tennessee. I am absolutely in love with the show Supernatural. I decided to take both of my passions and combine them into one. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. The rate that we're growing just makes me so overwhelmed and so happy. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Today, we're going to be planning out our July budget. However, as I discussed in a previous video, because things have changed, there's been prices are going really high, things are really expensive. We're going to change things up just a little bit. So I'm going to be going into depth about a lot of this stuff, and this is a good video to start out and see what you need to look at. This way, if you're a very new beginner to this, you're not used to doing this, it can show you how to start. So this will be a two-part video. What we're going to be doing first is we're going to be copying. This is my June budget. This is going to be for July. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first list all of my monthly bills and then all of my monthly variable expenses, then our incomes down at the bottom. So I'm going to list all of that first, as well as the due dates, the amount of bills, but we will work together on the variable expenses, because bills are what bills are. The variable expenses, it's hard to kind of finagle, but we're going to make it work. This is also a bonus month or a magic month. So we get 5 paychecks, or I get 5 paychecks. Or you may get 3 paychecks or whatever. And I'm going to show you how I kind of plan for that. Now with that being said, let's get right on into it. So first, let me write down all of the information, and then we'll start going line by line. Alright guys, now that we have it all wrote down, let's look at everything. So for city, we're going to budget for $50. Now, this will be extra paid on to whatever we actually spend, just because we have a small amount on that card right now because I do have my own business. My business expenses go on to that card, and that helps with paying off some of the stuff that I have not quite gotten the money with my Etsy paychecks yet. I do not budget to include any kind of money from Etsy because of the fact that I put that, number 1, back into the business, and number 2, because it's not consistent enough. I'm not aware that I can even budget a percentage of it, because I don't know from month to month what I'm going to do. So first, we're going to go in order of our bills. And let me try to zoom you guys in a little bit here so maybe you can see a little bit better. I hope that works. You're right in the middle of where the stand is at, so I'm hoping that helps. So first with city, we're going to budget for $50. Our insurance is going to be $170. That doesn't change, or at least it hasn't as of right now. I've not gotten my update for the month of August. I'm sure it will go up like everything else has been. Our house payment, we always budget $1,300 a month. Our Walmart card, we're going to budget $50 for it, because that card doesn't have anything extra on it. That is just what we pay back as we spend it. If you've watched my videos, you know this. I do use my cards to live off of, but I reimburse them out of what I stuff every week, or from my envelopes in my Sam and Charlie and those binders. So let's change that to $25 for Walmart. Discover is going to we're going to do that one as $50. Our student loan is $50. Our water is $50. Our electric, we are going to budget $250 for that. I'm not sure what my electric bill will be. We did have some work done that should help our bill to go down greatly. However, that will prepare us for winter as well as go towards our 1 month ahead, because we all know the bills are higher during that time. So what I will do is once summer's over, I will probably take a percentage and put it towards my 1 month ahead, and the rest will stay in that envelope just in case we need it for winter. Capital One, it will be getting $25. Upgrade is $270, and AT&T and DirecTV is $400. So now we're going to take all of these numbers, we're going to add them up and see what expenses do we have that we have to pay. This is what we have no option. These are our bills. If every one of these was maximum amount, this is what we would pay. So that comes out, I hope you guys can see that, to $26.40. So that is what our bills are. Now we're going to go down here and we're going to list our idiots gets monthly, lawn care is weekly, hobbies is monthly, and the rest of these are weekly. So with everything that's going on and having to go higher, I'm going to do some changes. I've been budgeting $15 a week for dining out. I've got to start taking my lunch. That's mainly what that money goes to. I've got to figure out a better solution. So I'm only going to allow myself $5 a week, period. That way I'm forced to take my lunch, and that way I can take that money and put extra into groceries to help with what I'm taking. Gas we are going to be raising to $1.25. Dear Lord, I hate to say that. Our groceries, we will be raising that to $200. Our household was at $20. I'm trying to think if I think that $100 a month is enough to cover what we're needing. If that is the case, we're going to go with $25, and we'll just have to try it for a month or two and see how it goes. Nicotine, we're not changing that. I will quit smoking first. Okay? I have slowed down. Not this last week, it's been a little stressful, but we will adjust. I'm keeping my $10 in self-care because that is for me. That is my thing for me, and I refuse to give it up unless something crazy happens and I have no option. Snack money is for our kids for school. I'm going to have to stuff that during the school year anyways, so I would rather just keep doing what I'm doing. Car maintenance is going to be going down to $5. Family time is going to be going down to $5 a week. Fur babies is going to have to stay at $10 because we need that money for their food and stuff of that nature. Our idiots fund, which is our miscellaneous envelope for when we do go over, it's going to be getting, I'm going to do $50. Lawn care, it's going down to $5. And our hobbies is its normal. So now let's add all these amounts up to see what it's going to take for them. So that brings us to $780. Now note, we lowered a couple of amounts and we raised a couple of amounts, but we're looking at $780 versus only $420 that we budgeted for. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to take that $280 out, which is $500. So we're increasing it by $80 a week. I hope that I have enough money to be able to do that, but we got to do what we've got to do, right guys? So that is $500 for it weekly. Now I'm going to figure out what it is for the month. So since it is a magic month, that is 5 weeks in the month. So let's take all of these numbers and multiply them by 5. So that's going to be 25. I'm going to do the ones I know without the calculator first and off the bat. So that's 125. That's $1,000. That's 50. That's 100. So now 125 times 5 is 625. $625 a month just for gas. It's crazy. 40 times 5 is $200. Idiots only gets done once a month, so that's 50, and that stays the same at 280. So now we're going to add up this entire category here and put it here. And if you're interested in these breakdown sheets, they are available on my Etsy shop. That's $2,580 for the month. I hope we have enough income. All right, so now I'm going to take and figure out my income and my husband's income together first. All right, so that's going to be $5,150. And I'm not putting the frequency down because of the fact that, or at least for that one, because my husband gets paid once a month, but I get paid weekly. So we're at $5,150. And then our roommate gives us money to contribute towards bills and stuff for his part of the rent and things of that nature. So I'm going to add that in. That will be, we're going to say that's $450 is what we get there. So our income is $5,150 plus $450, which gives us $5,600 for our income. Now normally I'd be like, yay, we have a whole lot of extra money to stuff into our savings challenges. But because we've had to increase them out so much, I don't know that we're going to have them. So now that we have all of that figured out, we are going to take, and we're going to write down here, our income is $5,600, which is our income. We're going to subtract the $2,640 for bills, and I'm going to list that there so you guys can hopefully see that and understand. And then our variable expenses is $2,580. So let's see what we're going to have to go into savings. That's going to leave us with $380 to go into our savings challenges for the entire month. That is what I do on this page here. This kind of breaks down what bills have to be paid, what things are what they are. This is my setup. The only thing that I have not done yet is my calendar, which let's go ahead. And there are extra expenses that we have coming up. Our daughter has band camp next month. So let's go ahead and let's pull out my happy planner in this video, and then we will go to the next video for the rest of it. So we can go over what we're looking at. We're going to need this for when our bills come out. We'll put it over here to the side for a moment while we pull out our stickers. Now that we have our stickers, let me see if I have a pair of tweezers handy, which I do. So first things first, we're going to mark our paydays. These stickers did come from Tina at A Pink Cloth Life. As a matter of fact, I hope you can see that pinkcloth.co is her website. She also has an Etsy shop. If you're interested in getting you some beautiful stickers from her, I highly recommend it. I get paid this day, and because my husband is disabled, he is a Navy veteran, he will be getting paid on the 1st as well, because he normally gets paid on the 3rd, but since it falls on a Sunday, he'll get paid on Friday. So we'll list that. I always try to do a different sticker for when he gets paid. And then, okay, here. And if you haven't yet, go check out my Etsy shop. I will be having a sale for the 4th of July. I will try to remember to put the details of said sale when it starts and what you will save down in the description below. All right, now we're going to move over here to the next one because I'm out of the little green ones on that sheet anyways. And the last one will be for the 29th. And that 5th paycheck is what makes it a magic month. So we do not need our no spend stickers today, as we're just setting up our budget. Next, we're going to go over here into our bills. I don't do separate specific colors for anything. I do have some separate stickers for credit cards. Again, these all came from Tina. So we'll do credit cards and we'll do a bill. That should be all that we need. That should be more than enough for bills anyways. So first of all, we have, you know what? I'm going to write on it after I stick it to the paper because I don't want to smear it. Some pens smear, some don't. It depends on what you're using. Insurance comes out on the 3rd. So let's move over to here. And since it's on a Sunday, it will actually come out that Monday, because that one doesn't come out beforehand. I need a credit card first because it comes out on the 2nd. And I do try to use my tweezers sometimes, but sometimes my nails will actually listen to me. They're not long enough yet that it's going to drive me insane. Over to our house payment. You know what? I don't want to do the same colors that close together. So our house will be getting the pretty pink one. It's due on the 4th. Our Walmart card and Discover card. Walmart's due on the 4th. And I keep getting all kinds of credit card offers in the mail because of how I've boosted my credit. And then Discover is due on the 8th. I do, if you'll notice, I've got some little notes here about what videos are supposed to be coming out. But this is different now. As you guys know, if you watched my previous video, I'm going to look at doing my budget with me for the first paycheck. And then I'll probably do the 13th. But yeah, give me some ideas on what you'd like to see from me. If you want to see, for me to fill those spots where I would normally do those. Let's see, where we got to the 8th. I went talking again. Sorry, guys. We're going to do, on the 10th, is a student loan, water, and electric. Well, that one's a little crooked, but it's okay. Some of you would not be able to deal with that. And if I knew I could get it up easily, which I may be able to, I would probably adjust it, but I'm okay right now. We'll go over to Capital One, which is on the 11th. Our upgrade. And then AT&T, which is due on the 21st. Alright, now that we're done with those stickers, we'll put them back up, and then we'll write down our amounts on all of those. I'm just trying to do one side and then the other. And you know, I noticed something that I haven't been doing is I have a tracker so that you can keep up with what your bills are running you for like 6 months, and then 6 months at a time. There's 6 months at the top and 6 months at the bottom. So you can keep up with a whole year so that you can actually get a better idea of an average and see if one of your bills is suddenly a lot more than what it should be. And I have not been updating that. Shame on me. I have got to do that. So over to insurance. Oh, and my Walmart card is not actually just like a Walmart card. It's a Capital One card with Walmart, where if you shop online or getting gas, you get extra percentage cash back. On the 10th, we have all of our bills. We'll set that to the side for a moment while we look at our stickers and see what else we may be needing. And I didn't put up all of my bills, these stickers, just part of them. I'm gonna need those expenses. Let's go over to our other thing. Oh, and if you're looking for this, I have had a couple questions about this. This one right here and this one, they both came from Dollar Tree. So that's what I use. I've got to start doing these, so I haven't been doing them. So I'm gonna, oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to bump you guys. I have not been using these, and I need to. So I'm going to force myself by putting them in the book. All right, so we have, let's see, my appointment in June was on the 18th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 23rd, or no, 4 weeks. The 18th, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 16th is when my next nail appointment should be. And I have to find out, I know we have some stuff going on. Our daughter is going to be with her dad some of this time here. And then our older daughter, she has band camp and youth camp somewhere in this. So July's going to be crazy. But we're going to make Fridays have to be our weigh-in days. So we're going to do first the 15th. Oh, and these weigh-in stickers, as well as these cute little puppy stickers, and there's multiple different dogs you can choose from, came from Star City Designs on Etsy. I will link their shop in my description. I've gotten several stickers from them that I absolutely love. But I'm not the type, like, I can do this, I'm good with this monthly plan. I'm not a let's break it down weekly. I do that in my phone. Yes, it's beautiful. You guys do it. And maybe at some point in time I'll be able to do that. But for right now, no. So if they get their flea and tick on the 17th, a month from that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So they would need to get in on the 15th for flea and tick. So we will go ahead and mark that. We'll put it right up here above the weigh-in. That way I remember exactly what it's for. That way they can get their medication. That's what we have set up for July. This is the first part. I will have the other part up on Friday to kind of show you guys what a more in-depth of how we're going to break it down to make those amounts work when we don't have but a limited amount of income the rest of these paychecks besides this one. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping in and watching. I appreciate you guys. If you're not already, please be sure to like and subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. Please join our crazy family. I know this is a little bit more in-depth, a little bit longer, a little bit more talkative, but if I miss something or if there's something that you have a question about, please feel free to either comment down below or message me on Instagram or TikTok. I have both. I will be more than happy to help you and try to explain more. But until I see you guys in the next one, be sure to follow the people or check out the people that I have in the description. Check out my Etsy shop, Instagram, TikTok, and I also do receive Happy Mail. So if you're interested in sending me something, it is down in the description, as well as my fetch code and my TubeBuddy affiliate in case you're interested in joining TubeBuddy. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, as we always say, carry on.